This is about me, so
How are you so well-rounded and happy daily? I'm sure it has a ton to do with being raised with love. Question mark, exclamation mark.
yes, raised with love. I always say that I'm over 30 now, but I always say, had I died by 30, I would have looked back on my life and be like, yeah, good family, good friends, good traveling. I can't complain, especially coming from Malawi. Most young boys like myself wouldn't have experienced what I've experienced. So, yes, love, um, personality, and also mindset training. A lot of mindset training in my 20s. A lot on how to control what thoughts come in my head so I can always control the state of mind. I do it daily. Affirmations, reading books, content, listening to motivational speakers. Ask her, there was a point I was too extreme. I had to come down. But yes,
How do you stay upbeat all the time?
I think it's the similar question. I think it's a state of knowing how to control your state of mind. You control what goes in. That means cutting down or limiting how much bad news you watch, how much bad social media content you watch, what type of friends you're around. If you have a lot of negative people. Now, look, we have negative friends who are critics, but they can also be critics in a constructive way. There's some who are negative, like it's degrading for someone, right? So I distance myself from that. Being in touch with myself, enjoying life, enjoying the journey, and knowing how to control that state of mind, controlling what goes in. And that's the books, things you watch, people you're around, your environment, all of that stuff. And that was a lot to do with my 20s, I think. But then people also say I was naturally positive before. I don't really remember too much, but people used to say I was, motivational and positive when I was younger too. But I don't remember too much of how that looked like.
What is your inspiration and motivation, Dad?
What's my inspiration to do what?
What's your inspiration and motivation in brackets, Dad?
I once saw this is like 6 years ago, a survey on people going through terminal illness who had accepted that they were not going to make it because they're in a better emotional state than those who just find out. They did a survey and gathered all the answers, and they did themes to find out what people were answering. And they asked questions like, what's the thing you regret the most? Kobe, please stop. They'll ask the things like, what's the thing you regret the most? Or what, things like that. And they found that most people regretted not going after the things they love. Yeah, the one that really kind of hit me hard was it said that men regretted not seeing their kids grow. And I was like, wow, that's deep. How can you get to 50, 60, or whatever age you're going through terminal, most of them are elderly, and look back and say, I wish I just watched my kids grow, And then I started, remember I was asking the question, I was like, how can men do it? Because a lot of us work and you have paternity, some 2 weeks, some maybe 6 months, 6 weeks these days, some maybe longer. But we have less time than mothers, naturally, unless you swap, because men now can swap and share. So I was like, how can you do it without that? And ironically, COVID happened, lockdown happened, and I got so much time at home. So I think throughout my 20s, I kept on thinking, how am I I want to see my kid grow. And look, my dad gave me an amazing life. A lot of things I do now is because of my parents. They worked hard in school, they provided, and it is. So I would not take back anything my dad provided. But he wasn't home around, like I was pretty good in football, but he never really saw it. He saw it a few times, but like teachers used to be like, yeah, this kid has to play, And I just wanted him to see that, and most kids want their parents to see that. So I want to see that stuff now. Ironically, Kobe might grow up not wanting to do that with his son because maybe I gave him too much. So maybe it's a cycle. So because my dad traveled a lot and wasn't around, I was always maybe my mom or aunties and uncles. I want to now see that stuff with my son. I want to go for the parents' evening. I want to go for the school plays. I want to, if he gets in trouble, I want to be the one to go in and go talk. And, I want to experience those things because I never experienced it with my dad. So I want to, so yeah, that's my inspiration. I just want to be a dad that's around a lot. That's my inspiration, I think. But that is not a bad reflection on my dad did what he had to do to provide. And if we had to go back again, I would tell him to do it again because he provided, including my mom. They provided, hands down. Can't hold it against them. Can't hold it against them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, you have great skin. Tell me about your skincare routine and how marriage has benefited you as a man versus being single.
Marriage.
Okay, let's do the first bit. Tell me about your skincare routine.
Don't get angry. I don't have one.
Water and a face cloth and lotion.
Yeah, I just always lotion, face cloth. I do have very soft skin because of my mom. But we also have sensitive skin, meaning sometimes during like spring you get random allergies or things that happen, and it's always different every few years. Like something new comes up and you're like, what's this? Doctors are like, what's this? So even though you have nice skin, there's drawbacks to it being too sensitive and sometimes getting rashes. Water, face cloth, I always wash. I always just lotion. Yeah.
And then the second part was how has marriage benefited you as a man versus being single?
Should we change marriage to relationship? Because I feel like we haven't been married that long. Technically, we've been married for almost a year now, right? Like 11 months. If you're thinking about my relationship, most of my relationship hasn't been married. It's been engaged and So I think it's more fair to just say how has being in a relationship benefit me as a man
versus being single?
Confidence to be myself, because there's someone who loves you for you. Because there's someone who loves you and looks at you like, oh man, you're hot, you're gorgeous, you're beautiful. I love the way you are. It gives you the confidence to go, oh, I'm not so bad. We've all had crushes or rejections, which will make you look back and think, am I not good looking or ugly, or am I not nice as a person? It makes you question yourself. And a relationship gives you belief and confidence in yourself because someone does. So that's how I would put it. Yeah.
Okay. Is it really just milk you're drinking on Freestyle Fridays?
Yes. You saw one video. I tried to put in some Baileys and Kobe noticed. And he was like, hey. So yeah, it's really just milk. If I'm drinking, I'll go hang out with my friends, or I'll be out, or I'll be watching football. And you guys I think you've seen me a few times drinking beer and watching football. But with Kobe, when it's actually milk. Yeah.
Do you do bath time every time?
No, not every time. I do where I can, but not every time. No. Sunday still does more.
But you do the mornings to get him ready now, which is helpful.
I do the mornings every day now, or every weekday. Weekday to help, because they leave 30 minutes before me. So I use the 30 minutes to say, while she's getting ready, let me get Kobe ready. Yeah.
That's been helpful. You're pretty comical. Have you always been that way?
To a certain extent, thinking about but to only certain people, to only close friends and family, I think I was. But I think it grew larger because of confidence. So initially you're shy and quiet in front of others, and then you only share it in a close knit. So most people might not say I was, but the people who really knew me would say I was wild and stupid and silly and did stupid pranks, like my sister and my cousins. But now over the years, I got the confidence to project that out to anybody who meets me. So you can kind of say...
Okay, don't jump on the sofa there. You didn't?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So you can kind of say a part of me was. The comicalness, maybe right now is like 70-80% of me. When I was younger, it was probably like 30%. You know, like it was there, but it wasn't always happening. You know, I'll just have my moments. But now I'm just projecting all this silly wildness because of confidence, I guess, in myself.
Do you wish to do stand-up comedy?
A few people mentioned that on the comments. Stand-up comedy is hard. When I did public speaking competitions, I entered humorous contests where the point of the speech was to be funny, and they were very hard. Stand-up comedians practice that stuff for years and years, and they've done it so many times. And I would love to be able to get up on stage and make people laugh like comedians do. Having said that, I know how much work they put in. And for me, I see that as a whole other venture. And that there are people who started like at 16 and then only got big at 30, you know? That's a whole other venture. I would love to be able to go to a wedding in my speeches thingy, but maybe not to do stand up, not as a career, because I know it's a skill. It's a skill. But I would love to get out on stage one day maybe and try it and make some people laugh, but not to have the pressure of always being expected to be funny and do another tour and another, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Do you have your own business? No.
No, I work. I guess you can call this becoming some sort of entrepreneurship business, but I work full time.
What is it like living in Ireland as an African immigrant?
I live in United Kingdom, England, United Kingdom.
And you're not an immigrant?
Well, I am.
You're not?
Whoa, because I was born here.
Yeah, you were born in Glasgow.
So I don't know how it works because I was born in Glasgow, Scotland. Then I left when I was still young, and then I came back when I was 15. So
not really an immigrant.
So technically, you can say I'm an immigrant, but technically, you can say I'm not. So yeah. I don't know how to play that one. But how do I feel? I'm a child of many nations. The honest truth, I never fully feel at home anywhere, and I never fully feel I'm not home in a lot of the countries like Malawi, Zambia, Zimbabwe, UK. Don't touch the screen. I'm a child of many nations, and I love the feeling of going to new places. However people look at me, I love meeting new people, and because I've grown up doing that. I was that kid who always was the new kid. I always had to make new friends, and as an adult, I just got used to it. So I'm never scared of that. I'm never uncomfortable. I'm like, yep. But at the same time, I've been in UK a long time. I'm also comfortable with feeling like, yeah, this is home, you know? But it's UK, United Kingdom. Ireland is Republic of Ireland, its own country. Then you have Northern Ireland, which makes up United Kingdom with Scotland, Wales, and England.
Yeah. Right, what floor do you live on? Looks like you get on a lift, but there is an outside in your videos.
We live on upper ground floor. The outside is almost the lower ground floor. So when you enter the main entrance, it's normal level. So is the garage. And then you go up a level, but the communal area is upper level. So it's almost like on a platform above the garage. So we're upper ground floor.
How and what did you do to win your queen? Was it funny?
Oh, Mommy, Daddy, turn the phone. Mommy, Daddy, turn the phone in the message, no?
Not going in a monster truck.
Yeah, we was. Mommy was the one in the what?
What did I do? You tell me.
Ma.
I was just acting myself.
You didn't do anything special.
I was just myself and someone happened to like how I was by myself. A lot of girls hate video games. I was playing video games in front of her. A lot of people hate boys when they banter and they debate and they're loud. I was bantering, debating, and being loud. A lot of girls hate it when you stand up to people and sometimes can be disruptive and not agree with what everyone's saying. I was standing up to people and disagreeing with like I was just being myself, and sometimes it wasn't pretty. And I not that I didn't care, but I was fully myself, and I was just lucky that someone saw that, oh yeah, I like how he is, you know. So that's I think that's the best way, because when you get in the relationship, people know what they signed up for, you know. Whereas instead of pretending to be something and then you get in the relationship and then,
Yeah.
you're something else. Yes.
And we just do normal things. Like you're not very romantic, so we just do normal stuff.
Shots
together.
fired! Shots fired!
No, because it says how you win. Like you didn't do anything.
Yeah, I didn't really.
You didn't do anything.
I mean, some people like to buy people stuff. I'm really not about that. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Just you're setting expectations. If you buy things for someone, what do you think they're gonna be expecting through the relationship? They're like, oh, this is someone who likes to buy me things, and I like that. So now you get in the relationship, you gotta maintain that. You gotta keep buying them stuff. Whereas I wanted to project that, no, I don't do that. It's something I need to work on to be more romantic, but I don't buy things for you to like me or make you happy. You know,
we do things.
Yes, I like do things and do things with them. Yeah,
together.
yeah.
That's it.
Boom! MOP now. What you want now? What you want now? What? Thank you guys for listening to another Q&A. We tried to put some mics, so hopefully you can hear us loud and clear. I know I didn't need one, but Sandy has one over there, so
it's just a bit awkward here. So I've put it lower down, but next time
hopefully
I'll put
you can hear.
Up.
Tell us if it was loud enough. I tried your tactic of having Kobe on here. It's quite tricky. Tell us what that looked like. I mean, we'll see on the edits, but
he's preoccupied now.
Yeah, but tell us whether the sound, you know, because it's quite loud to us, so we don't know if you can hear us. But it's been a pleasure. We've gone through as many categories as we can. Let's see what we get next.
All right. Kobe, do you want to say bye?
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Come, say bye.
See you. You have to say bye-bye here.
Bye-bye.
Say bye, speak in the mic.
Bye-bye.
Oh. Say bye-bye, people.
Bye-bye, people.
Oh, that's nice. See you, bye.